With the elixir of life, Voldemort will be strong again. He'll come back.
First materializing in bookshops in 1998, Harry Potter has been a literary classic in households ever since, with theme parks, games, stage productions, and movies all adding to the consistent popularity. Now it's time for TV to give it a try. Today at ScreenRant, we're exploring the Wizarding World and the highly anticipated Harry Potter TV remake. With this show promising to be a faithful adaptation of the books, there's a lot to be excited about, especially for hardcore fans. From staying truer to the novels to offering more character depth and fleshing out subplots, we'll break down the major ways the series will distinguish itself from the movies.
Good luck, Harry Potter.
It's important to acknowledge how beloved the original Harry Potter movies are. Directed by filmmakers like Chris Columbus and David Yates, these movies hold a special place in the hearts of millions. They brought Hogwarts, Harry, and his friends to life, with a charm and visual spectacle that's hard to top. But as any Potterhead will tell you, there were significant differences between the books and movies. With the TV remake, we're set to get a more complete and truer to the source material experience. The HBO reboot is now officially in development. Showrunners have promised a faithful adaptation of the beloved 7-book series, but with an increase in representation across the board. The series is planned to be long-running in order to produce a more thorough adaptation, appealing to longtime fans of the books, as well as aiming to bring a new generation into the Wizarding world. This show is expected to explore key elements and themes that were underdeveloped in the movies. It is reported that each season will focus on one book in the series, allowing more time for character development, world building, and the inclusion of subplots that were either skimmed over or entirely left out in the movies. However, confirming a 7-season run up front is a brave move.
But why would anyone go near that dock?
And will rely heavily on how well the show does in the beginning. And though it is not expected to premiere before 2026, excitement is already building among fans and viewers alike. One of the key ways the TV series will differ from the movies is its fidelity to the books. The movies, while mostly faithful, had to cut or condense many plot points due to runtime limitations. But with a TV format, there will be room to explore the books in much greater detail. Fans can finally expect a proper adaptation of characters such as Peeves the Poltergeist, a character who was completely absent in the movies but played a mischievous role throughout the books. The showrunners have also hinted that the series will dive deeper into Harry's internal struggles, which were more prominent in the books but sometimes sidelined in the movies for action scenes or faster pacing. Hermione's crusade for House Elf rights is a good example of this. Known as SPEW, the Society for the Promotion of Elfish Welfare, was entirely cut from the movies, but it's likely to get its due attention in the TV series. This provides more complexity to Hermione's character. The TV series also promises to include more backstories and character moments that were either trimmed or left ambiguous in the movies. Think about Tom Riddle's deep dive into his past, or Dumbledore's rich history with Grindelwald, his family, and his darker, more flawed aspects. These areas are ripe for exploration in the show. A lot of fans are hopeful that the remake will take the opportunity to reimagine beloved characters. While Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint will forever be etched in our minds as Harry, Hermione, and Ron, the new cast brings the chance for more book-accurate portrayals. The movies, especially in their later installments, tended to gloss over certain character traits and storylines. For example, Harry in the books is known for being more bratty, with classic sarcastic and angsty teenager traits, particularly during Order of the Phoenix. This was something that the movies didn't capture so well. Similarly, Ron Weasley's personality in the books is far more complex than his movie counterpart. While the movies leaned heavily into his comedic side, they underplayed his loyalty, insecurities, and growth. Expect the TV series to highlight these aspects of Ron's character, making him more than just comic relief. Fans are particularly hopeful that the HBO version will dive into Ron's deep-seated fears of inadequacy, especially with regards to his family and his friendship with Harry. Hermione Granger's portrayal also has room for improvement. While Emma Watson's performance was brilliant, the movies somewhat downplayed Hermione's more assertive elements. The TV show could explore her more obsessive, know-it-all tendencies and show how she matures beyond that over time. Of course, we can't forget the side characters who were also changed in the movies. Ginny Weasley is a prime example. example. Ginny is fierce, witty, and independent in the books, but her character was sidelined far more in the movies, in part because filmmakers didn't know her importance to Harry when they first started adapting the novels, as the book series hadn't been completed at the time. A TV series gives Ginny the chance to become the well-rounded, strong character that the book readers know and love. The Harry Potter movies were a technical marvel at the time, with groundbreaking CGI, stunning set designs, and magical creatures that felt real. Technology has come a long way since then, and the TV remake will undoubtedly benefit from those advancements. HBO's high production values, as seen in shows like Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, signal that we can expect an even more immersive, magical world. One area where the movie struggled was the depiction of magical battles. While they became more dynamic in later movies like The Deathly Hallows, early entries like The Philosopher's Stone had simpler, almost cartoon representations of magic. The TV series can take full advantage of modern CGI to give us more intense, realistic duels. The series may also take creative liberties with the setting of Hogwarts itself. While the movies gave us some iconic shots of the castle and its grounds, it was hampered by location availability and the cost that surrounded them. The new show has the opportunity to explore even more hidden corners of the school, such as the kitchens where the house elves work, or the mysterious room of requirement in greater detail. The camera work used in the TV versus film means close-ups and small set stages will assist in this. We might even get to see parts of the wizarding world that were never depicted in the movies. Another check in the box for the HBO adaptation is the ability for smoother pacing. The movies often had to compress storylines for the sake of runtime.
It means one of us is gonna have to kill the other in the end.
This is most obvious in The Half-Blood Prince, which packed an enormous amount of story into a single movie, sometimes at the expense of character development and subplots. With each season of the TV series reportedly covering just one book, there's much more room for breathing space. This could lead to a more deliberate and thoughtful unfolding of the story. For example, The Order of the Phoenix is the longest book in the series, but was reduced to one of the shortest movies. Fans could finally see the entire scope of Harry's growing frustration with the Ministry of Magic, his strained relationship with Dumbledore, and the full journey of Dumbledore's army. Let's also remember the two-part finale for the Deathly Hallows. While the movie split was a good decision to avoid cramming too much into a single adventure, the TV series will allow for the emotional weight of the Horcrux hunt, Harry's internal battle with accepting his fate, and the full devastation of the war against Voldemort. Providing more time for these events will bring a far more impactful story to the small screen. In the end, the Harry Potter TV series remake promises to be a more comprehensive, character-driven adaptation of the book series. With more time to delve into the richness of the books, better character development, and modern visual effects, the remake has the potential to offer fans something that will stay truer to the source material. Of course, no one can replace the original cast or the magic of experiencing the movies for the first time, but the TV show stands to carve out its own legacy in the wizarding world. So what are you most excited about to see in this new TV show remake? Thank you for watching Screen Rant, and stay tuned for more streaming news.